Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is August the 15th, 2018. Strong hand, world reserve cryptocurrency, deferral of gratification, unconfiscatable. Okay, everyone, early show today. Check out the links below. If you want to get a Trezor, you want to get t-shirts, I've got affiliate codes down there. And you can always check out all my old shows at disruptmeister.com. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. Retweeting stuff all day. It's a fun time. All the time on Twitter. You can learn a lot. Huffman line strong for all you fiat freaks out there. Okay, I want to read out this tweet. Bitcoin is a real asset mined from energy, the fundamental commodity of the universe. I like it. I retweeted it. Follow me at TechBalt, TechBalt. Okay. Something else that I need to mention. I'm speaking in Philadelphia on Saturday. Link to below, CryptoCoinCon.com. Ken Bozak will be there. All sorts of people. Discount to get in is linked to below. I'm looking forward to just meeting a lot of you guys out there and being in Philadelphia for a short period of time. Back on the East Coast for a little bit before I head to Spokane, Washington afterwards. All right. Andreas Antonopoulos has a new video out there. It's a good video. It's about his thoughts on the ETF. He's not a fan of the ETF, but he does say it's going to happen. I mean, he's not a fan of the ETF because people are going to think they own Bitcoin when they don't own Bitcoin. That the custodian is going to control a lot of Bitcoin. He doesn't like that. There's all sorts of hackable possibilities that he didn't talk about that, but we've gone over the issues of not controlling your own private key. But he says, we're already living in a world where many people are very comfortable letting other people control their private key, from Coinbase to wherever. So it is a good video there. And this theme of thinking you own Bitcoin, almost pretending that you own Bitcoin, is going to be a common theme throughout this video today. So pound that like button if you control your private key. Because if you control your private key, that's not pretending. You really own your Bitcoin that way. So there is a new product out there that's kind of like GBTC. It's called CoinShares. It's a competitor of GBTC. It won't be good for GBTC. I guess I'm not GBTC, but here's the headline. Fairly big news that has gone under the radar. U.S. investors will now be able to buy Bitcoin through their Fidelity accounts. Okay, no, they're not going to be able to buy Bitcoin that way. They're going to be able to get into this CoinShares thing. That's not Bitcoin. You're not going to own Bitcoin. If you have a GBTC account, you don't own Bitcoin. You don't. All right? Get with the program here. Still, there are so many people used to these traditional methods of finance and traditional and not controlling their own private key, used to the banking system, letting taking the word of a third party that they have what they say they have. Okay? That's not what Bitcoin is about, dude. If you want to trust banks, if you want to trust GBTC, if you want to trust to whoever this new one is, CoinShares, just because you can use your Fidelity account to buy through them, then I guess that's your personal business. But in the end of the day, you don't own Bitcoin. You're pretending that you own Bitcoin. When you're at that dinner party and you're talking about your CoinShares account or whatever this new thing is, and you're saying how many Bitcoin you own, no, you're just pretending. You don't own any of those Bitcoin. It could get hacked one day. And guess what? So if it does get hacked one day, the lawsuits will be a-flying. You'll be a-suing, won't you? But in the end of the day, personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Why were you relying on a third party in the first place? It's your fault. It's your fault that you were like, well, if I can buy it through my Fidelity account, well, let them control my private key. I'll just brag that at the dinner parties, I own so much Bitcoin. And then you end up suing and you're not going to win a thing. It's only yourself to blame, people. And I'm telling you, take personal responsibility. Yeah, it can be scary putting that Bitcoin on your Trezor. Yes, but get comfortable with it, because you're not going to have to sue anyone in the end of the day, because it's not going to get stolen from you at the end of the day. And you're really going to own it. And you can go to the dinner parties and say, hey, look at this Trezor thingamajiggy I got here. I got some Bitcoin on here. People don't be bragging and everything like that. You got to have a low key about it. But at least you will have the self-awareness. You will understand, this is mine. This is real. This is the real thing. You can't beat the real thing, baby. And I've got it. I don't have any GBTC or any of this other nonsense. Okay, enough. So many pretenders out there. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay, so look at this pretender here. CNBC article. Cryptocurrency investor sues AT&T for $224 million over the loss of digital currency. I didn't write down the full title there. But I linked to that article, and and again, everything's linked to below that I'm talking about in this video. I linked to that article. I also linked to the scribbled version of the lawsuit. I couldn't read the whole darn lawsuit, okay? But here's the thing. I'm going to quote something here. In a lawsuit filed by Los Angeles litigation firm Greenberg Glusker on August the 15th, I should have went down there today. Turpin, because I am in LA right now, Turpin claimed that AT&T's employees have been complicit in a SIM swap fraud. In this type of scam, criminals pose as the owners of their victims' mobile phone numbers, convincing the telecom provider to grant them access to their phones. This allows them to access the victims' accounts at various services, which includes cryptocurrency wallets. Now, wait a second. Wait a second. This dude, this rich investor dude who had a lot of Bitcoin or something, he had a lot of something, he's a smart guy, he was keeping his cryptocurrency at an account. Obviously, it was a third-party account. If you lose access to your phone number, how do you lose your private key if you weren't controlling your private key? If I lost, now I don't have a cell phone. Everyone knows that. That's been hanging out with me lately too. If I had a cell phone and I lost access to it, what would that do to my Trezor or my Ledger or any of my other various storage devices? Why would that matter? Would they be able to steal from me? No, of course not. Because I control my own. This guy is a pretender. Was he keeping it at Coinbase? Where was he keeping it? That the loss of his phone number he could lose his Bitcoin. So again, I've always advised people, if you're in terms of long-term storage, do not involve your phone number in any way. Do not involve your phone in any way, okay? I am not all these people, I'm keeping my Bitcoin on my phone. What the heck? What the heck is that? What the heck is that, man? No way. If you're talking about long-term storage, get yourself a physical storage device, Ledger, Trezor, and it's linked to below. All right? Because this dude is suing AT&T. Dude, it's not AT&T's fault. It's not, no, again, that's terrible that criminals can steal your phone number. That is bad. That's horrible, okay? But if you somehow set up your cryptocurrency in a situation, your storage of your cryptocurrency in a situation where the stealing of your phone number, where you could lose your freaking Bitcoin, what the heck were you thinking, dude? You're not controlling your private key under that scenario at all. You're a pretender. You're a pretender. Do not be a pretender. Control your freaking private keys. You never really owned it if this scenario is played out like it is being described in the media. Again, I didn't read the whole darn lawsuit anyway. Be my guest, people. Pound that like button, read the lawsuit. go down to Greenberg and whatever down in LA here. All right. And finally, because maybe there'll be an earlier show tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a tape show tomorrow. I'm getting out of LA tomorrow. I'm flying back east. But Andy Hoffman has a classic Andy Hoffman post on Steemit. What's it called? The Monetary Endgame. This is classic for all you long-term Andy Hoffman fans that love when he talks about the monetary system. You get a big rush out of that. Well, it's a classic of his over there. If you like to hear about the end of the monetary, how. Anyway, what he's talking about is that these fiat currencies are really in bad shape in India, wherever else, and this could lead to just great things for Bitcoin. But it's in his classic Andy Hoffman tone that I know so many of you just love to a point where you really actually are bordering into your doom porn obsessions. And he is not doom porn. But anyway, be in motion, people. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below. I will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, just check out disruptmeister.com for the archives.